Hello. Welcome again to the, I'm not sure what number it is, one of the World of Stoopzz podcasts where we talk about anything World of Warcraft related, anything inside the World of Warcraft arena, PvP as a whole. But recently we've been talking more, relating to World of Warcraft, but things, instances, obstacles, and how they can be related to your daily life. And I think that makes for a much more interesting podcast. Something that you can listen to in the background while you're doing your world quest, while you're looking for a Stoopzz fix, while I'm not streaming, perhaps you're at the gym, you're at work, whatever the case may be. This podcast should provide, hopefully, an insightful lesson, an interesting conversation, anything along those lines. So if you are new to the podcast, we typically start off the podcast with an overview, which we are currently in right now. We will then transition into any news that I have for the Stoopzz TV channel. Following that, we will go into my favorite portion of the podcast, which is known as the subscriber spotlight. It's an opportunity for me to just kind of thank one of my subscribers for all of their hard work, their dedication, their appreciation. And then following that, we will transition into the topic of the day. And today's topic kind of came to me just this morning. It's the idea of getting discouraged, whether that be in PvP, arena, maybe you're bored of World of Warcraft, you're discouraged to play World of Warcraft, you're discouraged at your job, with your relationship, your friends, your financial situation, all of those things we're going to discuss today, try and relate it to World of Warcraft, and then how I think one should try and view the situation and perhaps overcome it. Again, I am no saint, and it came to me because I had been feeling a certain way, ungrateful, discouraged, not motivated, depressed. All of those things can be tied into this topic. So it's going to be a freelance conversation. I don't have anything written down here. I just go right from the head, straight from the heart. I speak my mind, and hopefully it makes for an entertaining podcast. I hope you guys enjoy. So starting off with the news for the Stoopzz TV channel, man, there has been so much news, and this will probably take up a little bit of the podcast, a good portion, but there's so much to kind of catch you guys up on. I know some of you guys really look forward to these podcasts. I know some of you have told me that they become one of your favorite things to listen to, part of your daily routine, and I'm sorry that I have not been doing as many, but this will be the start to many to come, and it does correlate with the topic of news for my channel. So as many of you guys, or many of you do not know, I had been streaming full-time, making YouTube videos full-time since about the, I would say the end of July. I had my last day at work at my previous job working with kids, about like the 17th, I would say. I can't remember the exact date. And it was a great experience for me. And then I knew that I wanted to go into YouTube and streaming full time. My passion at the time, and still is currently, is World of Warcraft. And you know, if you've listened to my Why I Started YouTube video, or you've watched that video, you'll kind of understand why World of Warcraft specifically means so much to me. And it's more of MMOs mean so much to me. It's people that mean so much to me. And that's why I went to school for counseling. And I always had a business kind of mind, or a business savvy mind, I guess you would say. And that led me into my second degree. And then now I'm here today with 2 degrees, one in counseling and one in business administration. And from there, I realized that I was not happy with what I was currently doing, and I was, rehabilitating off substances, and I found World of Warcraft, and, throughout school I was abusing substances, and that led me to playing World of Warcraft again to hope meet new people as I was trying to transition out of my friend group. And I had such a good time playing the game, meeting so many people. When I came back, I had noticed there's not that much of a community anymore. There's no friendships that are being formed. It's not as easy anymore. People are just there to get what they want, their loot, and to leave. And that's kind of how Arena is right now. So I decided to create this channel. And then fast forward a couple months later, trying to build my own community, I had realized that this channel blew up into something that I never would have imagined, and I was able to leave my job. Since then, I've been doing YouTube, and I'd moved out. My living situation got kind of weird with my roommates, nothing in a bad way. They just all wanted to move to different places. So I moved in with my mom for a little bit while I'm here looking for a new place. And I started streaming full time since I'd been here, saved every penny that I ever earned throughout the past year, didn't go out, didn't do anything. And it had been going really well so far, and everything was going great. And then I started having some computer issues. I'm big into computers, been building computers for a long time. And then these computer issues got progressively worse. It was just temperature issues. My RAM started acting up funny. And I realized that it was just my power supply sending false surges of energy to different components. It's a bunch of nonsense, but I ended up replacing everything. And that cost me a lot of money, but I had a couple good months at streaming. I mean, some of the best months I've ever had streaming, and I saved it all to build a new computer. Really happy to do that, and the computer turned out great, turned out amazing, but the process took a long time. Ordering the right parts, getting what I wanted, having random issues with fittings and sizings, and everything wasn't working out ideally, but the build process went pretty smooth once I got everything sorted out. But it was really frustrating at the time because I had so many files that weren't organized on my computer. My desktop was filled with so many things, and my editing skills had improved since when I first started, that my computer kept freezing up during all of these edits, and it was just extremely frustrating. It was taking me hours. Again, I always say I'm not your typical lazy WoW YouTuber, and I firmly believe that. I'm not doing that to boost my own ego. Although I'm a competitive person, it had been really frustrating for me trying to advance my editing skills, and then noticing that the more cuts I did, the more edits I did, the more, processing power it took for my computer, and the timeline and all of that, and how long it took me to put out those videos. And on top of that, having to render out these videos and then edit these videos were taking so much longer, and it was becoming really frustrating for me. So then fast forward, I ended up getting my computer, and I wanted to reorganize my room. I didn't have much space in here. My computer was on the floor and was collecting dust, so I wanted to get a second desk, so I had bought a second desk. So this is a big investment for me, and I bought a computer that would last me quite a while and would do and run through the tasks that I was going to require of it. I put a pounding, I guess you would say, on my computer with just streaming and playing so much, and then editing. I mean, I'm always on my computer. My computer is everything. Some people have to drive to work every day. I don't. So they want a reliable car. I need a reliable computer, a comfortable chair. These are things that are required for me to complete my daily tasks and my job, I guess you would say at this point. Is it going to last forever, this job? I don't know. I hope so, but who knows? Who knows if my tastes are going to change? I'm sure everybody listening right now, their interests change every year, what they're interested in. Maybe you're interested in cars one year, it's computers the next year, fitness the next year, whatever you're interested in, just like your taste buds. I guess your mind changes and what you're interested in changes. So when I got this whole computer built, I had to reinstall my entire streaming software, get all of my apps. I could have backed things up, but I didn't want to back up anything. I wanted a clean slate. I wanted a new, just clean computer. So I had to install OBS, get all my artwork set up again, get my settings set up again. Then I realized when I positioned my computer, which you might see on the stream, hopefully you guys have been tuning in, and I know it's hard to tell when I'm streaming with this whole YouTube thing, and I'll get to that a little bit later. But I wanted to set up my computer in the background. I put so much effort into it. I made it match the colors of my logo. I wanted it to look a certain way. And in order to do that, I needed extension cables, and I needed to mount my computer a certain area, and that took an extra couple days. And then I was hit with an unfortunate, I'll just leave it at that, an unfortunate issue with my Streamlabs account, my donation account, and I went into a negative balance over just some refunding issues, and that was extremely stressful on me. It cost me, I'm talking hundreds and hundreds, I don't want to get a specific number, but close to $1,000 in refunding issues, and that was extremely difficult for me right after I had built my computer. And that put a lot of stress on me, and I'm trying to get my computer set up. This whole 2-week period I'm not streaming, and I don't get paid really anything through YouTube. God bless all my patrons and all my sponsors. I have a sponsor button on YouTube. If you did not know, you can support me on YouTube Gaming, my YouTube stream. You can sponsor similar to Twitch. Same thing. You get emotes, custom emotes. You get a logo next to your name. #sellout. You can sponsor me on Twitch now. YouTube. Actually, you can subscribe to me on Twitch as well, which is interesting. They gave me my affiliate thingy, but we'll get to my YouTube streaming schedule in a little bit, as well as my Twitch streaming schedule, now to be Twitch streaming schedule. That's pretty awesome. But I was not streaming for about 2 weeks, so I'm losing money technically, and I'm spending money, and it was just a really big hiccup, just a big headache. But I had prepared for that, and that's why I had saved. I knew it's not a sad story. It was something that I had prepared for. And then my brother ends up calling me, and he's kind of been drinking a lot, but he works a really good job in sales for Yelp, and calling me, says he wants to quit his job now, and all this stuff comes down. Hey, I'm flying down. I'm going to come see you. And then my mother just had a crazy knee replacement surgery, and I have to look after her. She can't really walk. She can't drive. I have to do everything around the house, clean the house, bring her food, all this stuff. It was an absolute disaster. And as you know, maybe you don't know, my mom has a lot of health issues. So this, On top of my brother wanting to quit his job and wanting to fly down here from Northern California to stay with us for a couple weeks. Computer's not up and running. I have to redo my whole stream setup. This refund thing. It was a horrible time for me. And then finally, once I get back to streaming, I have like this YouTube notification issue. And this is probably why many of you guys do not know I'm streaming and why I'll be streaming on Twitch off and on. I'm looking to do 2 days a week. I'm looking to do Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Around that time, if you want to catch me on Twitch, Stoopzz_TV at Twitch. Because this YouTube notification thing is insane. Basically, I'll stream and no one will even get notified that I'm streaming for 3 or 4 hours, maybe not at all, and it doesn't even show my stream on your YouTube homepage. So I could boot up my stream and get 0 viewers for an hour. 0. I mean, I had more viewers my first day ever streaming. 0. I've worked so hard. We've worked so hard, and to get 0 viewers from YouTube is really frustrating because people are not getting notified. Is really upsetting. So that was all going on. I can't even test out my new computer. And then I streamed once, actually had a decent stream. We did our Patreon event on Sunday. That was an amazing experience as well. If you're not familiar, we do Patreon Sundays for all my Patreon supporters, and we do RBGs. We ended up doing kind of iffy in the beginning, then we won some huge game, a crazy intense game to the last second. We won in Warsong Gulch, and that was so much fun with all the patrons. We had like 10 people there. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I enjoy getting to talk to people and getting to know them. So I ended the night with that. I'm like, okay, things are getting back to normal. I got to talk to all my patron supporters, all my Patreon supporters. And then I wake up the next morning after staying up all night just laughing with them, and I smell fire. I smell smoke. And I look out my door, and mind you, about 2 weeks ago there was a local fire here in California where I live. But no one really did, thought much about it. I mean, it did burn up the hills, and there was helicopters out there, but we didn't move or evacuate. And as you may have heard, there's been some insane fires here in California, all across California, Northern California and Southern California. Northern California is getting destroyed right now. In Southern California, 7,500 acres so far are gone and burned, and I had to evacuate my house. I packed up my computer, I packed up my mom's stuff, and we drove out. I sped on the other side of the road just to get out of there, and I couldn't return from my home, and I didn't know if my home was going to burn down. I could literally see flames from my house, sirens going off, people getting evacuated from the house, and my cousin's house was burned down. So I can't even describe it, man. Right when that happened, all I was thinking about was obviously my mom's health, our safety. All I packed was my computer because I just built that thing and I wasn't letting it go. I didn't care if we had renter's insurance or whatever. I can't let that thing go. And I got to the beach. We drove to the beach. It's the safest place I thought would be the ocean. Stayed there for a while and then went to my aunt's house, my mom's sister's house down that way. And I just stood there and I sat down. And I think this is why I'm doing this podcast on this topic. And I just what the fuck? Why is this all happening? Like, why are so many bad things on bad things on bad things happening to me? And I try to do, and I'm not preaching myself or putting myself on a pedestal, but this is where I've been, by the way. This is the conversation of where I've been. Like, why is all of this happening to me? Anyway, that is a teaser for the topic of today. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a teaser on where this conversation is going to be going and how you can relate it to your own daily struggles. Moving on from that teaser, that's where I've been. That's why I've not been streaming. That is the news for the channel, but you can catch me now. Hopefully, you can get some notifications on YouTube. Same time, I'm looking to stream 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Tuesdays and Thursdays will be on Twitch. I'm looking to do 6 days a week, taking Sundays off. We'll see how that goes. But I am, most importantly, looking out to put out almost damn near daily videos going into BlizzCon. I'm sorry I have not been putting out videos, but that's where I've been. But I'm going to get back on that horse. I am going to BlizzCon with some amazing people. War Deagle, one of my longest subscribers is flying down all the way out here from Alabama to come visit me, and I can't wait to see him and just hang out with him for a couple days and just talk to him and just see him. I think it'd be an amazing experience. Brennan, Ben, all of my subscribers and people I've met through World of Warcraft are coming down to BlizzCon, And I really want to gear up for that and provide you guys with some amazing content until then, and maybe during the event. We'll see. So I will be releasing a full-time stream schedule. I will be getting back on my website, Hype. I will be posting class reviews once again. You can find my stream schedule on there, and as well as my YouTube videos. You can find them all on my website. So if you're interested in seeing if I'm posting any videos and you don't want to go through YouTube, you can find them on my website. Now, that is the news so far. That's where I've been. I'm looking to post more videos, getting back into streaming. It's been a great couple months full-time streaming. It's been a rough past month, but we'll get into that later. And we're going to transition now, following that teaser and that news update, into the subscriber spotlight. And I sat back and I said, you know what, man, there's a lot of people I want to thank. A lot of the same people crossed my mind. And then I said, you know what am I thinking? There's somebody out there for sure that deserves a ton of praise and attention. And not to say this in a bad way, but they're not even a donor. They're not even a donor. They are a sponsor, but they're not a donor. And this person deserves the utmost respect, applaud, attention. And I'm sure this person, if they're listening, already knows who it is by that small clue. It's Matt Damon, Cyberpower, I believe. I'm not sure if it's Cyberbully. Used to be a Cyberbully for sure. Now known, or is known as just simply Matt. The master mod, Matt. When I first met Matt, I met Matt through Jord Voldemort. You don't want to say his name a couple times. We don't speak about Jord over here. And Robert, Jord's friend, one of my season 2 partners, I believe, or season 3, I don't even remember anymore. That was Jord, and I guess Matt is Jord's real life friend with Robert from their hometown. And he came into my stream and was just a mega troll right away. I didn't mind him, but I was like, I don't know if I want this guy here. He's just kind of annoying. He's just trolling me the whole time. And I don't know what happened. One day he just came in and was just super nice. I think he got the vibe of my channel and just got the vibe of me, or the sense of who I am, and just was super nice and welcoming and just took on the role of a mod naturally. I didn't ask him to do anything. He was just doing everything that I wanted a mod to do. And to be honest, I have some great mods, but I never had or have had anyone like Matt. I mean, there's Sleeper is a legend. I should include him in this conversation. But Sleeper works. He can't always make every stream. He's got a life. Not saying Matt doesn't, but Matt's a lot younger. You know, Sleeper's a grown-ass man, and Sleeper's been here from the beginning. So I should include him in this conversation. He deserves his own podcast. Thank you. So I only had Sleeper. I did have Coca and a couple other mods, but Coca wants to play the game, and the reason why Sleeper's always there, really, and is able to just sit and chat is because he's at work. I don't expect somebody to sit and chat if they have better things to do, right? Unless they really live to be a mod. So when Sleeper wasn't there, because he couldn't always make it, I didn't have anybody. I didn't have anybody to deal with trolls. I didn't have anybody to handle the issues. I didn't have anybody to welcome people. I didn't have anyone to link stuff. Now I'm telling you, Sleeper will link something every time. He's faster, I would say, than Matt sometimes. He's on it. For a guy who's at work. And I love Sleeper, big time supporter, donor, everything. And I always thank my mods. But Matt just stepped up to the role and has been an absolute stud. I made him a mod, and the guy does everything. I mean, the guy will sit up with me till 5 a.m. after streaming and just help me go through my donations for the evening and help me with video ideas. What should I post next? What should I post next? I'll run ideas past him. Right when the fire happened, I called up Matt and I said, hey, let everyone know I'm evacuated out of my house. There's a fire going on. I let Matt know about my computer situation. He helped me decide what components I should put in my computer, how much it was going to cost, if it was a smart idea. He motivates me all the time, reminds me, my channel is doing great. You're doing great. Your stream is really entertaining. Keep it up. If you keep it up, our channel is going to grow. And it's really my channel and Matt's channel. I mean, I tell Matt everything that's going on with my channel. He just talks to me. Me and him will just talk for hours till 7, 8, 9 a.m. his time and 5, 6 a.m. my time. He's up with me all the time. He makes every single stream. And if he's not going to make it, he texts me. I don't know where I would be without Matt and Sleeper. I don't even know if Matt could handle the job without Sleeper. But with those two mods, I'm set. And again, Matt's only 19. I don't expect him to donate, but he donates his time. And that is what's most important to me. So Matt, if you're listening, which I don't know if you are, I'm not sure if you will, but thank you, dude, because I could not. I know you have school in like January or something. I don't know what I'm going to do when you leave. I'm going to have to find somebody else, and I don't know if I will be able to find somebody else. So thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you just keeping the attitude, and I feel like you've changed a lot just based on the environment we have in our stream. It's the honest environment that I want to create, the friendly environment. It's just the kind of person I am. I mean, maybe I'm a troll, but to real people, the people I know, I care about people. It's something that's innate in my blood, something that my mom's the same way, my family's the same way, and I want to pass that on to other people, and I just can't thank you enough, man. I appreciate your time, appreciate your effort, and yeah, thank you. Now, with that being said, let's move into the topic of the day. And we're going to continue. And that topic, again, is getting discouraged. And I'm going to relate this to WoW PvP and how it can translate into other aspects of your life. But I'm going to do it in reverse. So I'm going to talk about other aspects of my life. I don't want to try and claim like I know your situation, because I'm sure there's somebody out there listening saying, oh, boohoo, Stoopzz. My life is like X. I'm going through X. But this isn't a competition. If you want to get into a competition, I've been through my fair share as well. My mom has had multiple heart surgeries. My dad's passed away. My brother is, I don't even know, I guess you'd say an alcoholic. I've had horrible financial issues, drug addiction issues, and I'm sure there's somebody out there listening right now that's had worse. So it's not a competition. I think experience is the same. Feeling is the same. The way you feel, how is that any different than the way I feel? If I interpret something worse than you do and it hurts me worse or the same, why is that any different? So don't get triggered when you're listening to this and try and see it from the lens that we all feel the same for the most part. Feeling discouraged is the same for the most part, regardless of the incident, regardless of the experience, the circumstance, the situation. It's all the same, damn near. So look at this conversation, hear this conversation, my voice through that lens, and hear me for what I'm saying, and perhaps not how it sounds to you. Now, with that being said, I want to continue off where we left off during that teaser. During that teaser, we talked about all of these things that were going on, right? The fire, my computer breaking down, my stream account going negative, and refund issues, my mom's surgery, my brother coming down and staying with me for 2 weeks. I have to worry about him, his job. He's 32 years old. I'm the younger one. I'm 24 years old, turning 25 in February. Cupid baby. So why am I worrying about all this? Why do I have to continue to worry about this? I'm taking this crazy risk. He's making tons of money a year. I'm talking over 6 figures. So why am I the one having to handle all of this? This fire. By the way, when the fire happened, he wasn't even around. He left to San Diego to go stay with his friends and go party and drink in San Diego. So is he really here to spend time with me and my mom during her surgery? Or is he here just to, I don't know, fuck off? I don't know. That's besides the point, I guess. I'm just a human too, and the whole situation was stressful. And I'm sitting there just getting to my aunt's house after this fire, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck is going on with, like, why? I'm having so many problems. All of these things are going wrong. I can't play the game. I'm falling behind in WoW. That is my job. I'm not making videos. I can't make videos. I can't stream. I'm having to like deal with my mom's surgery. My brother's fucking in my grill, like leaving shit everywhere, making me drive him the fuck around because he took a plane out here, he has no car. My computer is having so many issues just to get running, and it takes forever once I get it running. And to get everything installed, it's taking fucking forever. People are asking me where I've been. BlizzCon is coming up. I want to cover that. I have this stupid negative account thing. I wanted to buy a new camera and I can't even afford that for BlizzCon that I've been saving for all summer. So all these things are just running through my head. And it reminded me of that same feeling that I get almost every season. Now this can be related to you as well. Maybe it's not World of Warcraft. Maybe you get feelings of being discouraged at school. Like you're in school, like I don't want to do this. I don't know where I'm going with my future. Maybe in your relationship, you're so discouraged out of your relationship. Your financial circumstance, I'm never going to be able to afford this. I can never get out of this. Why is this happening to me? And I sat there and I thought to myself, what am I doing different? What am I doing different than before? Because before, I would sleep with a smile on my face when everything was going right. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm not sleeping with a smile on my face, doing what I love to do, that's why this fire happened and all these things are going wrong. But at least if things were going right, when those things were going wrong, I could still look back in my head and just be like, well, my stream has grown since then. My channel is growing. I've got an awesome subscriber group. I could look back and see those things in my head, and it would help battle those feelings of just being upset and disappointed and discouraged, depressed, frustrated. And then I thought to myself, wow, the feeling of disappointment and being discouraged for me, and I don't want to speak for you, but I would argue that it might be, is so much more powerful than the feeling of being positive and happy and appreciative, grateful, gratitude. But it shouldn't be that way, because when I am happy, it feels so much better than feeling sad and down. It makes no sense, right? So why isn't the feeling of being grateful, happy, positive, more powerful, or I should say overpowering, than feeling depressed and being sad? If one feels better than the other, how come the other one doesn't cancel it out? How come being more happy does not cancel out being sad and depressed? I don't get that. And I don't think it's natural. Maybe it's reverse engineered or it's some kind of societal engineering, experience engineering. Is it natural for human beings to be that way? Now you're probably thinking, how does this relate to WoW? I'm going to get there. And again, hear me for what I'm saying and not particularly how it sounds. How come I'm not sitting in that chair and I'm like, I just built a brand new computer. I just hit 7,000 subscribers. I'm going to BlizzCon with all of my friends. I've learned how to play Holy Paladin and Resto Shaman at a high level. I have so many awesome people in World of Warcraft to play with. I have Matt, who's always there at every stream. I have Sleeper, who's always there at every stream. 2 loyal mods that are always there to help me out. My Patreon is at an all-time high. I was able to recently lease a new car. I had a shit broke down car. By the way, that car, that new leased car, allowed me to get out of my home during that fire and take my mom with me with all my stuff, and I felt safe on the freeway, something that I had never felt or have not felt in years. That Patreon allows me to pay and afford a new car. I have a Patreon event that people look forward to and attend. Sometimes more than 10, 12, 11 people. They attend the event just to be there. Some people don't even attend and they still support me on Patreon. I finally got my new sponsor button on YouTube. If you've been following me for the longest time, you'll know that I've been working towards a YouTube sponsorship, and I got the sponsor button, and I have 30 sponsors. I would argue that's more than any World of Warcraft YouTuber right now on YouTube. Out of anyone, I have the most. I guarantee you I do. Why? Because you guys fucking rock. I have all this incredible artwork that you guys donated towards on my channel. I have the perfect streaming equipment, the perfect streaming PC. Yeah, everything's not running right now, but I have a setup that is fucking miles ahead of what I used to have. And I'm not saying this to rub it in your fucking face, because you guys supported that. Whether you donated or not, you subscribed, you tuned in, you liked the video, maybe even disliked the video, but you helped me get to where I am. I'm no longer abusing drugs. My mom is not dead. I got a new setup, like a new desk and everything. I have great friends. And why the fuck am I sitting at this chair asking what's going wrong? My house didn't burn down. Everyone's okay. So why do I feel that way? And it's the same feeling. Again, I sat there and I was like, this is the same feeling I get, this discouraged, I want to quit YouTube, I'm done, this is ridiculous. It was the same thing I get when I don't do well at the end of a season. Now, to me, not doing well is not getting glad. I don't quite frankly have the fucking time to do it. I can barely do arenas. Someone asked me, how often do you do arenas? And I said, probably less than you do. Because it's hard to do these podcasts, edit, stream, play with you guys, make these videos. It's impossible for me to do everything. And I'm not CD who rehashes my fucking streams into a YouTube video and has someone edit it for me and then just streams all day playing arena. I can't. Not if I want to do the content that I want to do. So I have to accept that, and I have. But I still try. And I'm not good enough. I can't pull it off. Well, I have not yet. I did it one season. Got really close a couple. And that was discouraging. And then at the end, I sat there and I'm like, I'm done with WoW, man. It was such a discouraging feeling when I missed Glad one of these seasons by 5 points. It was so discouraging. And I started going through the same thing in my head. I'm not good enough. I can't pull it off. The stupid YouTube channel is preventing me from pushing my own rating. I shouldn't stream as much. People are going to think I suck. Instead of all of the positive things that I have in my life. Things outside of WoW and in WoW, right? All the cool partners that I met, how much I improved throughout the season, how much better my awareness is now. I improved as a Mistweaver. I improved as a Resto Shaman. I have new buddies on my B tag. I made new subscribers. My subscribers still think I do great. They still support me. They still want guys. They still want advice. They don't really care. Do they really need Andre Agassi or Rafael Nadal? Do they really need LeBron James as a basketball coach? Or will they settle for somebody else who just knows basketball really well? You don't really see LeBron James giving basketball lessons. You see a coach who has experience. And I get the same thing on my channel. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. I'm stuck at 1600. I'm stuck at 1700. And they just go on about the negative things. But they're not grateful for all the people that they've met. Have they tried making friendships with the people they met in these arenas? Are they grateful for the information that is out there? All of those YouTube videos that I make, Zaryu makes, all the other streamers that you can go in and ask questions, all the videos are there at your disposal. When I used to play World of Warcraft, there was no guides. You had to figure it out on your own, and now I'm giving you all of the answers for free. Not just me, everybody, for the most part. I know there's some people that those shall remain unsaid, but there's some out there that require, if you give me 1,200 subs, I'll make a shaman guide. And you call me hashtag sellout. Holy fuck. Free content is no longer free. You even have people charging you $10 for a fucking written guide on how to play mage. That's absolutely insane. And then you could say, well, you know what, Stoopzz, I haven't made any friends in World of Warcraft. Well, to be quite honest, and I'm not trying to kick you in the ass, but whose fucking fault is that? I have a channel here and I am working on creating a forum for you guys that will happen this month. I don't give a fuck how long it'll take me. Now that I've got everything going once again, hopefully, I'm going to make a forum on my website where you guys can find partners. You guys sign up on the forum. It's free. Everything's free. You list your experience, and everyone on that forum on my website. I don't run ads on my website. I'm not going to make any money off this. It's for you guys. Leave your information. Leave your battle tag, your experience, your class experience. Say, hey, I'm a Resto Druid, 1700 experience, looking for a warrior. Anyone, and everyone that's there that signed up is not a douchebag. They're looking to make friends just like you, so it's better than LFG. I think it'll be a great idea. I think it'll be a great opportunity for you to meet people. But again, if you haven't met people, or you just don't even have friends that you're grateful for, are you just logging in to World of Warcraft to be stuck at 1600? Are you there to enjoy the other aspects of World of Warcraft? Are you grateful that you have the opportunity to make friends across the world? Are you grateful for that? Do you appreciate that? How many friends do you have in WoW? And again, if you have zero, that is not anyone else's fault but your own. Because I have a channel where you can come in the comments or in the chat preferably, actually speak up. Whether you don't speak English well or you do, there's tons of people that speak different languages. Come on in and say, hey man, how's it going? I'm there waiting for you to tell me about your day. Ask me any questions, shoot the shit, say what's up, do a battleground with me. If you play EU, come in and say hey anyway. There's tons of people that play EU that watch my stream anyway. The same people that don't have friends in WoW are the same people that probably don't speak up. And if you do have friends, again, are you happy? Are you grateful for your friends that you do have? Do you recognize how much you have improved? Are you trying to improve? These are the questions that we should ask ourselves rather than just shitting on the game, being depressed. This could be any game. In League of Legends, you're just always unhappy and you're always raging. It's just a fucking game, bro. And are you really trying to get better? Are you actually trying to get better? Because if you are, you know the steps you have to take. Don't rage on people. I have a video out there. Tips on how to improve for PvP. That'll apply to any game. So are you trying to get better, or are you just wanting to be in a negative funk all the fucking time? At work, are you grateful that you have a job? I don't care if they pay you shit, because I used to get paid shit. It's better than a lot of people that don't have a job. You should be grateful that you're not like those people who refuse to get a job or are too lazy to get a job. There are people out there that just got hit by a fucking hurricane in Florida. People's houses got burned down over here. And I'm not trying to say feel bad for the starving people in Africa, like my mom used to always say. Eat your food. But put things into perspective. And I wasn't doing that at all. Look where our stream has came from. I mean, look at it. It's only been 8 months now, 9 months. I think 8. And it's my job. I never thought this would happen. It wouldn't have happened without you guys. And I think I'm a very grateful person, but I'm not grateful enough. I think I'm more grateful than I think many of you might say that about me. But I want to be eternally grateful and thankful. I think gratitude trumps depression. Gratitude and gratefulness is the answer to confusion, to discouragement. If you're confused about what's going on, or you're bummed out, or you're bored of WoW, be grateful that you have a game like this and take advantage of it. I don't think a lot of you out there are really taking advantage of WoW. Do you know how much fun I had during our Patreon event when we did Battlegrounds? I fucking hate Battlegrounds. And I sat there with 6 people in Discord, 5 people in Discord. Actually, there was a couple of us. There was like 8 of us. 5 in one group, 2 in another. And we were doing Battlegrounds, separate Battlegrounds. And we didn't care. We were having a blast. Talking, shooting the shit, making friends, developing our friendships. And that's something that I feel many people do not utilize. Doing transmog runs with your friends. Me and Tyler will have a blast doing transmog runs. We'll geek out over transmog runs. I love that dude. Guy texts me all the time now, which is really cool. So there's just so many things to do in WoW. There's so many things in life that I feel like people do not appreciate. So look around, whether it be your girlfriend, your mom, your family, your boyfriend if you're a chick, your job, your friends, your finances, and just appreciate what you have. Rather than saying I'm fucking dead broke, say the reality is I have $2 in my account. The reality of something is always more powerful than this weird illusion that you create in your head. I suck at WoW PvP. I'm never going to get better arena. Or I'm currently a 1400 player. Which one sounds worse? One of them you can move forward from. The other one, you're stuck. It's an illusion, a trap that you're not getting away from. I got evacuated from my house. My house is going to burn down. Oh my God. I got away safe from my house. The fire's near my house. Hopefully everything's okay. There's a better way of phrasing things all the time. My stream is fucked. My channel is going to die because I can't stream. Everything's going wrong. Currently, I can't stream. YouTube's having notification issues and my computer's not set up. I'll get it fixed soon. There are so many better ways of looking at things. In any situation, always look to state the reality. So this can be related to PvP, WoW, your real life, versus your illusion or delusion, or however you want to phrase it, this trap that you've created in your mind. So again, an example would be, I'm a shitty holy priest. I'm the worst resto druid. I'm never going to get 2K. Versus, I'm stuck at 1450. Versus, I'm a 1450 player. I'm trying to improve. You can move ahead when you state the reality. You can make progress. The other one is an illusion, a trap that you've set up for yourself that is inescapable. Be grateful, appreciative, realistic, versus emotional, dramatic, and again, ungrateful. But that's going to do this podcast, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you have any more questions, if you can relate to this podcast, you can leave your questions, your comments in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you guys right away. Try to touch me on my YouTube live stream, where I will answer all of your guys' questions in depth. Do not forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.